When last we left off with Corpse Party, I actually got a little lost, and I still am a little lost because I got the Rona and forgot to look up a guide about where to go from here. Next update will be up on June 3rd for the year now 9 update. Nice. You making all of them programs. So we've got no tools. I guess the only thing we can really do now is just keep looking around at shit. Is the audio okay? It's not too loud, is it? Because, like, every time I've gone back through the VOD, it's always been really loud. Okay, as long as it's not like... As long as I'm here, you can hear me fine. Okay, victims' memoirs. So we had already read this. No, we've already read this before, so I'm not gonna reread it. Severely punished. One. Notice of closure. Place got the spoops. Okay, there's more of that. Oh, hey, person! I didn't see you before. She's freaking out, man. She's freaking out. Okay, bye.
Big brother, it's somebody else.
And I guess there are a lot of other people who were brought here, too.
Uh-huh.
Come on, let's follow her. Okay. Let's see where she goes. We're gonna get there and she's gonna already be dead, isn't she? No, she's actually alive. Holy shit. So, as long as... Well, actually, let's come up from the side. If we come up behind her, she is gonna scream. If we come from the side, there's at least a chance that we're seen in the peripheral and we won't startle her as badly. Let's see, I really suspect a video on the game coming out this week or next week. Might be 2 videos, actually. Ooh, on your game? That'll be cool. Fuck yeah. Get that notoriety. Hey, hi. Sorry to approach you out of nowhere like this. We're students from a school called Kisaragi Academy and... Huh? Oh, she not okay. She's the farthest thing from okay. What's wrong?
No, no one believes you. Not a word. Out of my way.
Let's see. Even when we finally meet other living beings, it's like they've completely lost their minds. I guess it really isn't safe to stay in here for very long. Nope. Let's see. One contacted me a few days ago, says she's doing a 2-hour deep dive. Oh, damn! 6-figure views, oh fuck yeah! Get all them eyes. I shall soon become rich. All bow down before Taburb, yes. All bow down before Leaf. Let's see, never actually played this game despite its popularity. Like, before this, the only version of the game I had played was the rebuilt version. Because that was the version I could afford, because it was the low price of free. Oh, whoa. Here, for anyone curious, here's the link that, Leaf was trying to paste. Remember, if you want to post a link in my chat, you gotta ask first. I still have yet to figure out how to make it so that it'll just do it automatically. But I'll have to like go to the Mix It Up Discord and ask. But yeah, like this is my first time playing an actual like remake of the game, and I wanted to start with one of the earliest remakes, which is the 2016 version. Another earthquake. Really? You had to use like the backgrounds or the behind sprite? Like it's just the same thing but with her face in the front. Damn it. It's okay, it's over. You handled that very well. Good job. All the head pats for the tiny bean. Here, can you stand? Uh-huh. Slightly surprised this game got as popular as it did. Well, the game had been, or rather its story had been popular for a good while. It's part of why they've been working on the remake for it for so long. It never really stood out to me. It just seemed like a generic horror RPG Maker game. Yeah, you're not wrong in that. It's here. Oh, it's the art room again. So why didn't she trigger last time? That's... Did we have to come from above for that to work? I'm so confused. But, it is essentially a generic kind of story, and it's... Uh-oh, girl staring in the corner of the abandoned art room. Yeah, we're just not gonna bother her. It's fine. But, yeah, Corpse Party is a rather generic game, or not necessarily game, but a very generic story, because, oh no, a bunch of children stuck in a horror situation in a bunch of classrooms that vanish off somewhere else. Woo! It's, I wouldn't say it's like a very common trope, but, it's common enough. Can I choose F this and just dip out? I mean, some people have, but, it's a different form of checking out. Like, there's one, manga that I'm immediately reminded of, and that's, The Drifting Classroom, where a bunch of kids in an elementary school, like, spoiler alert for this old-ass manga, these children somehow end up getting flung into the fucking future, where humanity has now long since killed itself off, and they're having to survive in the apocalyptic remains of Japan. And for some reason, like, they end up making a religion around the main character kid, his mom, because somehow she's still able to hear her son, his voice echoing from the future. And she's like, "Don't worry, my darling, I will send you what you need." And it's literally like, one sounds like Lord. I mean, essentially, yes. It was one of the blurbs on the back of it was Lord of the Flies on steroids, and it's not too far off on that. Yeah, except with time travel, pretty much. Instead of it being an island of just boys, it's boys, girls, and some adults. Like, the kid literally has to murder a grown man because he keeps trying to kill the kids to have more of the food for himself. Oh, fuck. Let's see, do you like Lord of the Flies? Do you like time travel? Do you like steroids? Read this! I mean, essentially, yeah. And it's very bizarre, and it's a story where you have to have a whole lot of suspension of disbelief. But, like, it's really good. There isn't really, from when I read it, there wasn't really a singular moment when I read The Drifting Classroom that it took me out of its immersion. It's wacky as fuck the way they go about some shit, but, like, it not so wacky that it's like, what the hell? That seems out of pocket. That would be like the term, right? Out of pocket. Is this the remaster remake or whatnot? It's one of the remakes. This is the 2016 remake. I have yet to get the 2021 remake. Yeah, it's a very good manga. So, like, and besides that, there's also just, like, the kids being stuck in a place, or people in general being stuck in a place they can never escape from. It's kind of akin to this. So it's like a semi-common trope, I guess, maybe? Hmm. Like the game I'm working on currently, its main plot is, it's a remake of my very first game that I ever released. And that's just where, like, 3 girls fuck around with an Ouija board and find out. That's essentially it. Yep, this is the 2016 version. There was another remake that was put on the PSP, which before the 2021 version, the PSP version was considered the definitive edition because it had a lot more voice acting, it had a lot more character portraits. A lot of them were better than the ones here. Which, don't get me wrong, I do like the Mo aesthetic that they have, but it's words. It's very clear to see where the artist excelled, and they excelled at drawing really cutesy schoolgirls. They're not that good at drawing guys or adult women, because they use, like, impossible clothes on Mrs. Yui, and it still bugs the fuck out of me. Anyway, down with the words, yes. You gotta love having receptive language issues. I don't think we go back yet. I know the feel, yes. Water time! We're gonna have a little wander. You're remaining in character, yeah. Which, that reminds me, I actually need to set a timer really quick. 15 minutes. I'm just very bad at keeping track of time, so I need a timer. That'll be good. Since we've already had like 15-20 minutes a game. So we've read 2 now. But yeah, like, Corpse Party basically does still suffer from everything else that other RPG Maker games suffer from, such as really bad storytelling and really bad gameplay. It's not entirely terrible, but like making it so it isn't obvious what you need to do next isn't really good design. There's also the whole wander around until something randomly happens gameplay choice. My dream horror game? Sorry, I needed to soothe my throat. I mean, I have a lot of ideas that I'm working on right now. Your dream nightmare game. Let me open up my file, because, like... Maker projects, writing and research... Universe, load... Oh man, I haven't touched that in well over a month. So, I've got roughly 9 stories so far that I want to make. And out of all of them, I don't know which one out of them I would call my dream nightmare game, to be quite honest. Because, like, they're all stories that I want to tell, and I don't view them as being any better or worse than each other. Some of them are definitely going to be longer than one another for absolute certainty, but... Uh... Like, one of them is literally, like, was going to be a Corpse Party fan game, and I'm reworking it into its own thing. And it's partially being made out of spite now, because I love the earlier renditions of Corpse Party, but I kind of hate the direction that the story and series went in. And I guess the closest for, like, let's see, what direction did they go in? Well, for one, there's now magical girls. There's new, I guess you would call it plot holes, because essentially it's just like, oh, we've opened it up so that we could have even more sequels, even though we've thoroughly wrecked the entire fucking shit of this entire story and series. Suddenly Sachiko has this random ass reabsorbed in utero sister that was never born, but oh, she's been here the whole time. Creatively named Sachi because, you know, she wants to be Sachiko, so of course she's gonna take the nickname. Totally isn't because the creator is creatively bankrupt. We have even more little, well, it's still just Yuka. For some reason, Kedouin likes picking on Yuka and making her like the center of the piss fetish. But now she just pisses herself because after getting kicked in the bladder by Kazami, she can't hold it anymore. She has literal bodily damage. I'm not joking. And then there's that whole fucking deal, again, like going on with the magical girl. There's like this one magic witch girl and she transforms into a, like, Lolita Harajuku-esque, but really skimpy version of it. Sounds like what happened to the Halloween franchise. I mean, I would honestly say this is worse, slightly. It's what happened. I would say it's like a little bit of what happens when there's a little too much horny on main. And granted, some of it is still very tame compared to like how a lot of other anime and manga go, and games in general. But like, there's still a little too much of it flavored in for my taste. I wouldn't be surprised if like the next Corpse Party game wouldn't end up being like Corpse Party Musamune. Which basically just took Corpse Party and turned it into porn. Well, I should say ecchi because there was nothing actually like shown. Like no visible penetration or anything, but yeah, deeply uncomfortable to see Naomi get molested by tentacle slash zombie arms at the very end of that manga. For no reason. Like, her becoming the next foundation slash center of the school, interesting take. That's okay. But was molesting her for like 5 whole pages really necessary? Yeah. There was a reason, but it wasn't for plot. Yeah, no. There is no plot here. There is no plot to be found anymore. We left that shit behind a long time ago. Yeah, I made the mistake of fucking reading that shit, expecting like more cool horror and shit, and just no. That is not what I got. Anyway, I think I've bitched long enough about that. I miss thinking there was only one Corpse Party game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Higo, that you've had to learn this cursed knowledge. I miss when all I knew of Corpse Party was it just being like survival psychological horror where these kids have to get out alive. Let's see, manga writer plot. What's that? Hey, if I can't tentacle it, then it doesn't exist. Here's the thing though, Leaf. Here's the thing. The writer of that manga is the same writer for these games, Makoto Kedouin. He's written all of it. We were such naive children. Yes, we used to be innocent once. Bruh. I know! I know! Okay. We're just gonna go back to being... Clearly, he got possessed. Yeah, he got possessed by the horny. Which, there's nothing wrong with being horny, don't get me wrong, but like... Again, I'm the kind of person, the kind of burb, where I prefer my horror and horny separate, thank you very much. Praise be. See, donated April 1953. Keida piano classroom. Horny works when that's like the original subject, yeah. But it's been gradually added in over time. Fan service for fan service is kind of lame, yeah. Huh. We shall make it constitutional. The nation of monsters and gore. Where'd that girl go? Like, she just ran off and I don't know where she went, and now I don't know what else to do. Well, time to find a guide. So wait, oh my gosh. So I gotta, let's see, seen the anime, never seen anyone play the game. Hey Xanderfell, welcome in. Yes, and right now it's not so much playing as trying to figure out where the fuck we're supposed to go next. And apparently there's supposed to be an inaccessible door that's on this level. Okay. Protected little paper charms. Spiritual confinement. Buddha's guardianship. Banishment of malice. Charm of exorcism. Metaphysical barrier. What the hell? Why all the protective seals? Is there something inside? Look, you really shouldn't hold it this long. It's bad for the bladder. Why don't you just go in the corner? That's what we've been saying the whole time! Now how about outside then, in the woods along the walkway? That should be fine, right?
Okay.
Yeah, kind of. Like, the way the walls are Zelda-esque. Impressive holding your pee when it's literal monsters around, for fucking real. Oh yeah, like, I do adore the music in Corpse Party. It's like it's some of my favorite music with Silent Hills. Okay, it's all you. I'll be waiting right here. You shouldn't have any trouble getting over the fence, right?
I think I can do it.
If anything happens, yell really loud and I'll come get you, okay?
Okay. It's taller than I thought. Can I really get over it?
Again, literal toddler. She too short. Oh, hi. Oh! Well, we're back in the building and Satoshi has abandoned us, that bastard. See, one bit that is probably the most frustrating with game deving, finding the right music for everything. It really can be. Like, and especially finding music that hasn't already been used to death. Like, if you've heard the song Chair from Presence of Music, it was used quite frequently in a number of RPG Maker games back in the day. And everybody heard it from Witch's House because they used that song for their intro. A lot of their music has been used everywhere, and it's almost, at least in the RPG Maker community, it's synonymous with RPG Maker games, and especially RPG Maker horror. Although Presence of Music has more than just horror music, which is really cool. There's actually one person whose music I want to use in my games, and I'm trying to, like, find the best places for them. I'm going with Kevin MacLeod for mine. Oh, yeah. They've got the most extensive library for music, and they're still creating today. Although, I do sincerely wish they had much better organization on their site. Especially when they don't always list the beats per minute for their music. It's like, at one point they cared enough to do it, and then he just stopped.
Satoshi, where are you? You dickhead, you ran off without me.
You mean in Comp Deck? Yeah. Yeah, that's Kevin MacLeod's site for his music. It's, not very well organized, in my opinion.
Satoshi, where did you go?
Aww. There are genres, but not all the music is listed as being in the right genre. Or not all of the music will be assigned to a genre, either. We're all alone. All alone in the world, no Satoshi beside us. Our brother was an asshole and has abandoned us. Rip Satoshi that was beside us, yep. We now walk a lonely road, the only one that we'll ever know. We don't know where it goes, but it'll never be home to us, and we'll walk alone. Oh shit, she did. You are Mochida's sister. I swear, this place is gonna drive us all batty. To think there'd be a corpse like this so close by. You're shaking. What happened to Mochida?
Satoshi's gone away somewhere.
I feel so bad for Yuka. Let's see. Most ominous I found, which was for a first project title screen, was The Dread. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. You poor thing. Come with me. I'll help you find him.
No, I'll be okay. I'll search for him by myself. I don't want to be with the weirdo who might turn me into a corpse too and take pictures of me like a weirdo.
Oh.
have to hide. Satoshi, I'm scared.
And who is it? But the ghost girl! Oh no.
Get back, get back. Get back.
Oh, she got them scissors. The spirit of a little girl was staring back at Yuka with one very focused eye and one empty socket that radiated a profound darkness. She held in her hand a pair of scissors and was opening and closing them endlessly, echoing a chill-inducing shing, shing throughout the room.
Give me back my eye.
The scented beads fell from Yuka's pocket, hitting the ground with a dull clack. I guess she doesn't like the smell of caramel. Oh, no. Nope, she does. She into it.
Huh? You know what? You can keep it.
And that's why we didn't make Satoshi keep the bead.
Satoshi? Where'd you go?
Honestly, considering the chase sequence and what just happened, it's a one.
I feel like I'm going to burst.
Oh,
Yeah!
oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Satoshi, you lied! You lied to me! You said you wouldn't leave me by myself! Oh, wait a second, you're not Satoshi.
That's a funny bit. The chicken avatar names are obstructing the game dialogue box. Yeah, I know. That's part of why I'm reading it. Are you injured? Well, I'm also reading it because it's fun to give them voices. Let's see. Fourth project found a few, one set to title screen, lone harvested, grabbed tempting secrets, but no idea where I would use that one. Yeah. Ugh. Ah, I'm still recovered from the Rona. And it just, it makes me pack up a lot more.
That's not my big brother. I'm so sorry. My name is Yuka Mochida.
And which one? I think it's like the newer strain because supposedly it's weaker. Because It showed up positive on my Rona test that I had it, so I'm assuming that it must be the weaker strain, because, like, whatever I got the first time, oof. I'm glad I'd already had, like, the vaccine prior, because I don't want to think about it if I'd just had that shit straight.
そう僕は木南優也白檀高等学校の2年だ
Okay, so the artist is good at making cute girls and bad boys. Every other style of character they can't do at all. Weakest I heard of was Delta. Maybe it's that strain, but I don't know for certain. Because they all show up positive on the test. You got that, Ron? No, he is not husbando. Izami is not husbando. He's about as husbando as fucking Eddie Gluskin. 30 or so strands of holy fucking shit. That's a lot. Surely he wouldn't kill anybody, right? Look at that face. He looks so stoic. He looks like a bad boy, but he couldn't possibly be that bad. I'm sorry, I can't do it with a straight face. Or I guess a straight beak. Mine's Yuya Kizami. I am an 11th grader at Byakuten Senior High. I will change you! Leaf says I can fix him. Yuka, was it? Were you also spirited away here? After performing the forbidden Sachiko charm?
Did you know? I don't know.
I see. Given that you called me Big Brother a moment ago, I assume he has come here with you.
Satoshi.
You poor girl. I've also become separated from my little sister, and I'm presently searching for her.
Your little sister is in here?
Sniffle, sniffle. She is.
よかったら一緒においで
Oh!
君のお兄さんを探そう
Thank you for the resub! Thank you for the fish! Murder! You get 1 more month of bird emotes. And holy shit, 38 months! That's like... Oh damn, a little over 3 years, isn't it? Shit. Yeah, like 36 would be 3. So damn! Yee, 2 months over. We got a toddler subscription. We old as fuck. Yes. That's the best I can describe the original strain experience. Like a succubus was draining my soul every day without the benefits. Whereas Omicron just felt like an annoying friend that overstayed. That's funny. It sounds abysmal. But that's a very funny way to put it. I don't know what strain I got the first time, but it felt like I got hit by a semi for 2 days. Like, unless I really had to use the bathroom, my ass was not moving. I barely even fucking ate. Second time around, it's... if it weren't for the aches and pains, I would have thought it was just a cold. Or the flu. Two to 3 days, I was donezo. Fucking lucky. I've had this for like over a week. And there was like a 4-day period where it was real bad. Original lasted me for oh god! Ugh. Well, thankfully... Fuck. Well, thankfully you kicked its ass. Kicked your ass for the better part of a month. Both of them. Oh. Let's see. If you'd like, you may accompany me. We'll look for your big brother along the way.
生きているものはできるだけひとまともになっていた方がいい。
In a place like this, after all, the living should stick together as much as possible.
僕の妹も君のように泣いているかもしれない。
My poor sister is probably off somewhere crying right now, just as you are.
一緒に探してくれるかい？
I simply must find her. So what do you say? Will you join the hunt?
Well, you're certainly better than my brother's weirdo friend who was taking corpse pictures. Sure. Help me find my brother.
分かった。
I will. Fear
き
not.
っと見つかるよ。
I'm certain we'll cross his path.
Sniffle.
Kizami has joined the party. Well, we're not getting through with this in our way, so... Stronk! In that case, I probably didn't have Delta for as long as it's hanging around. Let's see, there are a few sentences scribbled on the surface of the desk. Cowrie. Be very careful around the green skulls spattered all over the floor. They can kill you. I ran into a spiritualist here who left behind a pair of shoes blessed with holy water. If one person wears them, and all in attendance join hands, then blank. Oh, then, and only then, is it safe to traverse the green menace. Same strain multiple times. See, whenever I see the sorrowful bodies of those who died here, I feel as if I may go mad with worry. I beg of you, survive these ordeals. Live! A pair of shoes with a faint and nearly imperceptible bluish glow catches your eye from under the desk. Take them. Yes! That blessed shoes. Fuck you, these shoes are mine. I've been wanting to have a nice cute pair of Mary Janes, and now they're mine. Alright, we gotta go upstairs. But first we're gonna go shave. But like, going back to what you asked earlier about the dream game, I'm kind of working more with my games as like a dream universe. Because all of my characters are going to be intertwined in some way, shape, or form. Let's see, Omicron I hope never again. It screwed with my sense of taste and smell, a good chunk of it. All I could smell and taste was bleach. Oh god, that's awful. Why are you out?
Huh? Wasn't this inside the art room before?
どうしたんだい
What's the matter?
Nothing. Probably just my imagination.
Three. I wonder if this is supposed to be like a cipher or something. Hey, Golmek, welcome in. Good to see you. See, I don't know why you effed up Omicron's wife, but apparently you did. Ha. Just a hair. See, I ended up sticking my nose in my tobacco bag. Far preferable than bleach. Oh. Damn. She's turned into a black smudge on the floor. What do we get? Crystal of Unsealing.
どうしたんだいゆかちゃん
What seems to be the problem, Yuka?
I really have to go to the bathroom.
ひょっとして
Don't tell me you've been holding it in all this time. They're casually walking over the skulls. Yeah, they got blessed shoes on now, so they could just curb stomp the skulls and not worry about their draining abilities.
No.
Oh my. We best find you a place to relieve yourself then. Though I seem to recall all our options being rather limited. Yes, Yuka still has to take a piss, you know, never mind being in several situations that would make your average person piss themselves. Like, we've been trying to get her to find a corner or use one of the copious amounts of buckets. Like, this child. The fuck? But then again, it's not her fault. Yo, this game got so many red flags, it's hard to explain. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna go save. I don't trust that. That's the error a lot of people experience what I had. Some who lost all sense of taste and smell for a couple of years. Yeah. Like, I couldn't taste grapes and cheese. The only way I got through that bout of COVID was just eating food with different textures, because otherwise everything just, it was just not fun. But I hope they get their sense of taste and smell back eventually. I know it's still 2 years later, but oof. There's still hope. Or at least I'm still gonna have hope they get it back. Seems usable now. Will you be alright by yourself?
Uh-huh. I'll be okay.
Good to it then. I'll be waiting right here for you.
Thanks.
I will recommend though ginger, honey, lemon tea. Makes oh yeah. Right now I've got lemon, honey, and green tea. Kizami! Kizami, is it really you? Kurosaki, you're alive. You too. Oh man. You're a sight for sore eyes. Finally, someone else who isn't dead. Godforsaken place that this is. I was at my wit's end just now. Let me tell you, outside of the school, there's nothing but trees, as far as the eye can see. I thought about braving the wilderness, but it seems like one of those forests of the lost you see in video games. Once you enter, you can never leave. So what the hell is this place anyway? Damn it all. There are actually honest-to-goodness ghosts in here, you know.
もう帰れないかもしれないな、俺たち。
I think we may be stuck here for good. There's no way out for any of us.
お前見たか?
Did you see Mitsuki in the next room? She's dead.
ああ、
Yeah,
見た。
I saw. I just don't know how to handle this. I feel like there's a certain number of dead bodies of persons expected to see within his lifetime. And I swear, in the last hour alone, I think I've far surpassed my quota. Just yesterday, Mitsuki dumped her boyfriend after finding out he was cheating on her. With 3 other women. Oh, damn! She's been really down about it all morning. So I sent her stupid text messages during class to cheer her up. She seemed bad about it during study hall. But then she sent me a thank you message the very next period. I think I was actually able to lift her spirits a little. And now she's dead in the other room. Now, though, she's gone. Killed by actual spirits. I guess it was those children. Oh! Or not! Kizami, what are you? No. Go. Oh. Kizami, why? Within these walls, it doesn't matter if you're killed by them or killed by me. Either way, you're dead. Oh. Let's see. Huh? Where? What happened? Where am I? Who knows? And let's see. It made the original feel as horrible, but still drain on motivation to do anything. I remember getting out of bed once, sitting at my computer for a couple hours, the computer wasn't on. Oh, fuck, yeah. That's kind of been my experience, too. And see, if people told me that COVID could trigger the zombie apocalypse, I'd believe it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It sounds like something that could happen. Was I knocked out? Yuka, are you there? Strange but true stories of the occult, chasing down the hidden past of the cursed school building. It really exists, by Ko Kibiki. Give it a look. Read it. Yeah, I'm working on like 9 stories currently, and I am working on a remake of of my very first game in RPG Maker currently. I'm kind of having to fight with it though. And yeah, it's not turning out so good. Shora just updated their lighting script so that it works, but I'm also having an issue where it's just not doing the lighting effects anymore, so I may have to remake them. I'm not sure yet. Oh, I hit don't read it. Over the course of several days, a series of incidents occurred within this town in which young children disappeared one after another. Their whereabouts were ultimately discovered through a thorough police investigation, but said findings were very much a worst-case scenario. 3 of the missing children were found dead in a concealed room beneath Heavenly Host Elementary, officially unused throughout the school's history. The 4th missing child was thankfully still alive, quaking in fear on the ground, presumably only moments away from demise when police arrived. Capping off this nightmarish scene was an adult male member of the school's teaching staff, who seemed to be in a state of confusion. In his hands were a pair of bloodied scissors. Let's see, September 1973, the 18th. Let's see, have one idea for you might think of Stardew Valley, but instead of food you're growing body parts. The farm was created by a necromancer and you inherited it. Oh gosh, what's that one game? Hold on. Yeah, Graveyard Keeper. It sounds like Graveyard Keeper. Only you're not really growing body parts, you're just collecting corpses and doing with them what you need. Never played it nor heard of it. I think you might like it. It's basically Stardew Valley, but dark. A surviving elementary school student, after psychological counseling, gave official testimony fingering the Scissor Man as abductor and murderer. The staff member in question was officially charged with multiple counts of abduction and murder of minors, as well as desecration of the dead. He was quickly taken to trial, where an insanity plea spared him from prison or death, but resulted in his compulsory admittance to a mental hospital. Interestingly, the perpetrator of these crimes was none other than the school principal's own son, who was widely renowned for his jovial personality. However, due to a mental ailment of unknown origin, he'd begun losing his ability to speak little by little during his years teaching at Heavenly Host. Once his speech was all but gone, he began searching for alternate places of employment, which occupied him for several months prior to the crime. The results of this endeavor were not favorable, however, and most of his days were spent staggering idly through the streets. His reputation quickly degraded. Several months after his admittance to the mental hospital, he managed to slip past the many nurses on duty and escape the premises. Immediately upon doing so, he made his way into the concealed basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary, where he took his own life by hanging. The 3 children he had killed were all Heavenly Host Elementary students. But the one girl who was rescued from the gaping maw of eternal slumber was not. Following her close call, she and her family moved to another prefecture, far from the memories that no doubt would have otherwise haunted them forever. Sadly, this was only the beginning of the misfortune that would hereafter plague the school. which had already earned itself many an unsettling rumor. Over the next few years, Heavenly Host would become a stage for countless incidences of rape, molestation, and suicide. With student registration and attendance dwindling at an alarming rate in response to these crimes, the school was eventually shut down in 1975. November 18th. Ugh. The 60-year-old principal at the time had become infamous as an eccentric who adorned his walls, doors, and furniture with incomprehensible scrawls. Even later forensic analysis of the writings throughout his office could make little sense of his haphazardly scribbled enumerations. And the day after the school's closure date was finalized, this aged eccentric threw himself from its roof. He broke his neck on impact, dying instantly. Ooh, let's see. Did have another, but thinking too complicated, called The Realm of Doors. And it's generally a massive escape puzzle. Goal is to find the door that is the exit, and each time you get closer, you see happy images, but the further you get, you see horrifying images. Meant to be a seemingly infinite expanse of doors arranged like a tree farm. Huh. Interesting. It's not really the same concept, but it makes me think of Dark Deception. As you can clearly discern, the sordid history of this school is indeed awful, but there may be more to it than merely a series of unfortunate incidents. A power greater than any of us can comprehend may be acting as puppeteer from the shadows, maintaining an actual, tangible curse upon this property. And the key to it all lies with the sole survivor, the girl who bore witness to the brutal murders and mutilations of 3 children no older than she. The girl in the red dress, the one who got away. My investigation into the supernatural side of this horrific massacre is only just beginning. Rest assured, I intend to make this a regular feature. I have now been sent something very cursed from one of my friends that I did not need to know. I'm gonna hope that it was just made for shits and giggles. And it's not true. So without the images, it is relatively simple because you just gotta create about 10,000 doors, 99.9 port to each other, and only one is the exit. Ah. Interesting. Let's see. I've begun gathering data for a follow-up report, so stay tuned. The next issue promises to uncover more details in this morbidly fascinating story. According to this article, one girl survived the murders. But if this photograph is accurate, then it's that same girl in the red dress we saw earlier. Why would someone who wasn't killed here be haunting the school? Bulletin. An individual unafflicted with the school broke into the building last night and killed himself. This is the 3rd such incident. The deceased was a 72-year-old male from a neighboring prefecture. Mini DV tape. Label reads Kibiki Research Data 1 from 2005. Inspired by those creepypasta cursed games. So
Kibiki?
let's see. Misato Municipal Brotherhood Senior High School 2-4. Kane Hagiwara. Or would it be Kine? Kane? Kine? Fuck. I don't know. Let's see. Ojima Elementary. 21 boys. Hinamoto Elementary. Twin girls. Caring Village Montessori. 13 boys. Osho West Elementary. 18 girls. Amore Gardens Academy. 6 girls. Why would this be here? Picture of Takamine and Agihori. Plaque inside the case commemorating the school's establishment, covered in bloody handprints, as if someone were frantically caressing it. Oh. Sonic X and others had screwed the play. Oh yeah. Those were some good shit. Like, Sonic EXE was just like a running simulator, but at the same time it was very fun the way it was done. It's definitely like one of the better made creepypasta games. See, it's haphazardly crammed to bursting with crumpled up documents, newspaper clippings, and scrap paper. The school scandals continue. Principal questioned on liability. A cursed school, the many grisly happenings at Heavenly Host. Oh, school nurse reported missing. Oh, hi.
To worry so much for another's well-being that it torments you to the core. It's an exquisite stigmata that afflicts the living and the dead alike.
And you are? Ugh, her eyes are so cloudy. She looks like a dead fish.
I'm the spirit of a girl who died here.
Okay. I'm not really sure how to respond to that.
Happiness and unhappiness are linked. Whenever one attempts to gain good fortune with little effort, there is always a risk.
What are you trying to say?
You and your friends have become trapped in this school because you performed the Sachiko Ever After charm and messed it up.
Sachiko? You mean that paper doll thing we all did? How did we mess it up?
One of you chanted the phrase too many times, or too few. The number of participants determines the number of repetitions that must be spoken. And somebody goofed.
Gasp.
You said it exactly 9 times, right? Sachiko, we beg of you. 9 times. You have to say it 1 time for every person present. No more, no less. Or the charm will fail.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. I remember saying it 9 times. So did someone else mess up? And is that why? No. No, I'm not going to start placing blame. Yeah, because, like, it's kind of... Yeah, it's not like... You can't really blame someone in this situation, because... How are they supposed to know you were going to end up locked in a schoolhouse of the damned? Like... Ayumi's gonna be feeling the guilt of this for fucking years. I won't spoil anything, but know this. It's this girl's fault. It's hers. It's always her fault. It's her fault. These kids, the Kisaragi kids and every other kid that ended up here, it's not their fault. It's not their fault they ended up here. However, it is this girl's fault. It is her fault. It is always her fault. She is a monster! But you will see why.
It may have been on purpose. One of your friends probably thought the whole thing was silly and just didn't even bother to count. Or maybe a misguided member of your group didn't want the fun to end and knowingly flubbed the charm in a vain attempt at prompting a do-over.
No.
Even if it wasn't on purpose, some of your friends have a tendency not to take things very seriously, no? It's not inconceivable that they'd mess up. And just say, oh well, it's not like I'll ever be found out. Without even realizing that their actions would ultimately damn you all.
Oh, fuck.
No one's owned up to it, right? Not a single one of your friends has said to you, I screwed up. I'm so very sorry.
Shut the hell up already.
My apologies. I've proposed far too many likely scenarios, it seems. Perhaps it's the nature of my job. I have long since abandoned my writings, after all. You do. So have your scrap of paper doll, no? Be sure you hang on to that. And hang on tight. Treat it like a memento. A memento of those who are dear to you.
Sorry to cut this short, but I'm in a bit of a hurry here. I seem to have gotten separated from my little sister. And there are still some other people I need to find, too.
Such concern for your friends, and all the impulses that go with it, spurring the heart into action. It's a truly noble sentiment. That's all charms really are, you know. They represent one's regards for other people. They're like microcosms of the soul. Whether it be love or hate, all you need is a truly strong emotion to set them off. The stronger it is, the more powerful the charm. Splend man's hook.
What? I'm burning up. Wait, hold on, what are you?
Frigid sweet ball?
It feels like my blood's on fire. Stop this! Please stop!
Ball to frigide, hook man splend. We will not allow anyone to stand in our way. Those who do will suffer without mercy. Now go. Go to the one who occupies your thoughts. Though you probably won't make it in time.
Continued in Chapter 4. Welcome back! We have finished Chapter 3. Mm. Meeting of the Minds is now available for play. Ooh. I am curious, is this game related to the anime? The games came first, and then the anime was made around it, but the thing is, like, every time they have remade the game, or remade the story of these games, they've always changed a little something different, so, like, the ending of the anime is different from the actual endings of the game, for example. So it's not a straight adaptation, no. They use... I've not seen the anime, but from what I have heard and seen them from, like, GIFs, they use the same characters, the same setting, but they have, like, done some modifications to the story. So, when next we play the game, we will start up chapter 4. But the timer for, the time for this game is almost up, so we will join it another time.